Yo, what's up, sugaring community? This is Fast Freddy, also known as SDC. I'm trying out some new recording equipment. Let me know how you like it. If there's any issues, put it in the comments below. Today's video is about sugar baby catfishes. Before I get into it, make sure to like and subscribe so you can get notifications on other videos that I do. I've been doing this for a long time, um, and there are a bunch of shady, both shady guys and shady girls on this, in this lifestyle. So and on the sites, basically everyone's trying to get what they can. Not everyone's comfortable with the terms of this. So for example, a lot of guys are not comfortable with actually dishing out cash. There are guys that do this that are not wealthy. They want to have access to beautiful women, so they'll go on, and they'll do what's called salt dating, which is basically bullshitting a girl into thinking that they're gonna get paid. They'll hook up with them and then kind of scam them out of that, scam them out of the money. On the other end, there are also girls who are trying to get money without really doing anything. There are some girls who are not as attractive, who don't want to basically date and just want guys to give them money. Some girls, are kind of slick about it. They'll do like a OnlyFans type thing where they do pictures and stuff like that, or they'll video chat or they'll text someone. And if that's your thing, as a guy, if you're that lonely, no judgment to you, and you kind of need just companionship, and that can be online or whatever. More power to you. And there are girls out there that'll do that. But a lot of the guys obviously want to meet these girls, and a lot of the guys want to even hook up with them. And some of the girls, number one, they don't want to even do anything, and then number two, some of them are just really unattractive. So what they'll do is they'll literally catfish. So if you're not familiar with it, they'll use other pictures of other like Instagram models or pretty girls, or they may even what's called kittenfish, which is use pictures from like 10 years ago. That's and they look nothing like they do today. So guys on this end, you got to be very careful, and I want to give some tips on how to spot a catfish. So before I even do that, I want to talk about some of the experiences I've had with catfishes. So my first one, which was really bad, it was pretty scarring for me, was I'd met this girl. I was a rookie. I've been doing this for several years, but I had just started doing this at that time. So I had seen her. She had beautiful pictures. I even managed to get her Facebook. She had beautiful pictures on her Facebook. I talked to her. She was really nice, very sweet, and we kind of had a connection. Um, she gave me a sob story, which I still believe was the truth, where she had a son and she took care of her brother. She really didn't have parents to take care of her. She was abandoned by her baby daddy. Um, which was, to me, I was kind of like this white knight, and I really wanted to take care of her. But she, for some reason, refused to meet. She refused to meet for weeks. Within those weeks, there were times where she would be like, hey, so first we talked, we really connected. But within those weeks, she would ask for money. So she would say, like, she didn't have money to pay for groceries for her kids, her son, and her son couldn't eat and all this stuff. And there were little things that she would need money, and I would wire her money. The trick is, at that point, then I felt really invested. I didn't want to lose her. I had feelings for her. We had a great conversation, and I had invested money, but she refused to see me. She was constantly canceling dates. After about 4 weeks, I finally had enough. I had given her maybe, I don't know, a couple $100, and I was like, that's it, this is bullshit, I'm wasting my time here. So I told her if she doesn't meet, that, I'm out. And she really wanted to meet. She lived an hour away from me, so I drove up to see her. I was in a city where it was really scary. I met her at a motel. I met her at a city that I had no idea about. I had no idea about my way around. And she finally made it. She came in and she had gained 50 pounds from her pictures. Her pictures were only a year old. Now, I'm attracted to all kinds of women. If you're sexual and you're confident in yourself, I don't mind a curvy girl. I don't mind a skinny girl. But for her, she came in. She kind of was like down. She was crying a little bit, really nervous. And she gained 50 pounds. She looked completely different from her pictures. I was completely thrown off. Um, I had driven a complete hour away. I, I felt really bad for her. She said she had been abused and, she was depressed. It was obviously like a terrible situation. I couldn't, I felt so bad refusing her. We still hooked up. And I ended up leaving. I felt like shit. I felt dirty, and I then broke up with her, and she was pissed that I broke up with her. It was just a mess. So that's a cautionary tale on, and that wasn't even a bad one. Um, there are times where I've been approached by sugar babies, and they refuse to FaceTime, and then when I FaceTime them, they're a completely different person. I would see sugar babies on their pictures on the site, and then I would see, just they'd send me a bunch of pictures, then I meet up with them, and literally their teeth are all fucked up because they didn't give me any pictures. None of their pictures, they were smiling, etc. So it's really important to verify who you're talking to. So a couple things to look for when you're looking for catfish. So number one, pixelated pictures. A lot of the times these girls will just take screenshots or something and their pictures will look shitty. If you see a really fine girl on the site and the pictures are pixelated, most likely they got that from somewhere else. That's already to me a red flag. I might not think to myself, "Oh, there's a catfish," but already I'm kind of skeptical. Number two, a girl is too good to be true. Trust your instincts. If she's so beautiful, but she said she hasn't ever had any arrangements or she's willing to take really low amounts of cash, if a girl is good looking, usually she has all the offers and options. You need to really pay her. So that to me is another red flag. If for some reason her profile is thin, there's really not that much information. Um, and then she has these gorgeous pictures, and you talk to her, and she sounds hood, and the pictures don't match up. Sure, I mean, you may be wrong. All these things may be wrong. It may not be a catfish, but again, these are all red flags that I would be very careful with. But if the picture doesn't sound like the voice, trust your instincts, and be very cautious. Number three, this is the mother of all flags. She does not want to FaceTime or meet before the arrangement or hooking up or something. Guys, I know you're desperate to see these girls. I know you're desperate to hook up with these girls. If they're trying to move things too fast, I've said this in other videos, you need to qualify first. There's something fishy if they're moving fast. That does not mean one of my best arrangements was a girl that just wanted to meet. We thought it was gonna be a one-time thing. We just clicked. She was so fucking beautiful. It was awesome, and we continued to see each other. So again, it doesn't mean that there's an issue if they want to meet quick. But if they want to meet quick and they're not willing to verify themselves, and there's all these red flags are adding up, FaceTime. Meet first before the arrangement. Do not make exceptions. Even me, I'm not perfect. I will still run into catfishes. Again, they're girls who these pictures might be legit, but there's something off that they're not showing. These pictures are old, etc. I've even FaceTime with girls and they look nothing like the FaceTime. So first thing is they gotta pass the FaceTime test. None of this bullshit of them FaceTiming in the dark. None of this bullshit about them. One girl was like, "Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not wearing any clothes." No, you gotta FaceTime and She has to be comfortable with everything. The girls that are legit, they don't have any issue FaceTiming with you. Um, so definitely video chat. If you have any issues, I don't want to waste time. Let them know you've been catfished. Usually they're really antsy to prove that they're as beautiful as they say they are, and if they're not, again, you could be. It could be just someone that's shy, but you need to protect yourself. So you don't want to take that chance. So on a lighter note, there was one time where I did meet a person who kitten fished. It was this woman. Claimed to be she claimed to be 40, that's around my age. And she had pictures that were so beautiful, but they were old pictures of her. She used to be a model. They probably were from like even the 90s or 2000s. So when I met up with her, she was like in her mid 40s or late 40s, so probably early 50s. And so that will happen sometimes. In fact, most of the times they're going to put their best pictures, and some older women will put younger pictures. It happened that this woman, even in her 50s, was still beautiful, still really cool. So she was a little older than me, but we had a great time. I still talk to her. But that just happens to be one of the good stories. 90% of the time, it's girls trying to bullshit you. So be very careful out there. Be firm, be honest. If someone catfishes, if someone just completely uses bad pictures, like someone else's pictures, I wouldn't even waste time with dealing with them. If it's someone that used old pictures and you're not attracted, be firm and just say, you know what, this is not what I signed up for. This is not what, you don't look like your pictures. Another tip might be to ask them to send pictures and be very specific in the picture. Tell them to, hold up 3 fingers and stick their tongue out, or hold like a household object that people don't typically take pictures with, like an iron or something. Most of the time, girls will be willing to FaceTime. Uh, that asking them to send those pictures is kind of weird, but I've done it before, so you have to feel it out. You might turn them off if you tell them that. And if they're willing to do that, they're usually willing to FaceTime. But that's just one way I used to do it too. Anyways, that's all I got. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share your stories in the comments. Otherwise, I will talk to you later.